YouTube, what's up, man? It's your boy Addis, man. We back with another episode of NBA Chat TV, man. On today's episode, as y'all can see, I got my Raiders hat on. I'm a Falcons fan to the day I die, but I gotta root for them Raiders, man. Raiders low key my team. I've been rooting for the Raiders for a couple years now, so I'm not on the bandwagon. As y'all may be like, you on the bandwagon. I'm not on the bandwagon, but gotta root for the Raiders. But on today's episode, man, we're here to talk about the Warriors' collapse, epic collapse last night, man. They just collapsed down the stretch. I mean, I don't know what happened. Look, Steph had 40 points. I can go on and on about stats. We're not going to kill you with the stats, man. I'm just going to tell y'all about just my thoughts and what I saw. And I'm just going to be real with y'all. Down the stretch of this game last night, it just seemed like a lot of isolation basketball. And in years past, that's not how the Warriors won. The Warriors have always won by sharing the basketball, getting an open shot. You know, whoever gets it, shoot it, right? At the end of the day, somebody's always going to be open. Not as Steph, Clay, Draymond, but not as Harrison Barnes. Somebody's always open. And last night was a prime example as to why I feel like this issue, I'm glad it showed itself early, and I'm glad it's a chance where they can get it corrected now. And the reason why I say that is because Kevin Durant on that final possession where Klay Thompson gets the rebound, he kicks it to Draymond Green, who then gives it to Steph Curry, who then Kevin Durant calls for the ball. At this point, Steph, you are the floor general. You got to set it up, period. Watch this clip. Watch the clip.
Ball loose. Thompson picks it up. They certainly don't need to foul. And a new 24 for defending you. The same thing. Get out of my way and look to make a play. Draymond Green is furious at something. Durant, three-pointer. Short.
Just by watching this clip, as you saw, Kevin Durant waved off the play. So essentially, he called off whatever play Steve Kerr, whatever play the Warriors, decided to run in the huddle, which tells me two things. One, Kevin Durant wanted to be the hero, which in my mind, if you wanted to do that, you could have stayed in OKC, period. At the end of the day, if you want to be the hero, you can stay in OKC. And two, it just shows me that, while yes, they're making strides and some efforts have been made, I still feel like at the end of the day, the chemistry is not all the way there yet, because in my mind, at the end of those games, the ball should be in Steph Curry's hand. At the end of the day, period. The ball should be in Steph Curry's hand, and he decides whether or not he shoots it, whether or not Clay shoots it. Somebody's going to be open, period. And I think they had to let the offense or let the game dictate itself. So if Kevin Durant has a mismatch, you get a ball to Kevin Durant. Steph has a mismatch, get a ball to Steph or Clay or whatever. But in my mind, Klay Thompson didn't touch the ball down the stretch. Draymond Green, as y'all saw, he was furious with Kevin Durant after that play.
He was yelling during that last possession, still talking to Kevin Durant. And what looks like what Draymond is mad about, he wanted to create some offense.
I mean, it goes to show you, man, that at the end of the day, like I said, as great as this team is, and I feel like the greatest this team has capability of being, they're going to have their mental lapses. They're going to have their games where they just falter at the end of the stretches. And I think these fourth quarters, they're blowing people out. They're up these amount of points, and they just don't know how to close the gap. It's not the fact that they don't know how to win, or I don't feel like that. It's just the fact that they're up 14 points against Cleveland. They're up against Toronto by 30 or however much it was. They're up 24 against the Grizzlies. I mean, it's I'm not gonna say it's hard, but it's hard because at the end of the day, you have to defend pretty much. Once you're up that many, they're doing everything they can to come back. All you gotta do is play defense, which in a sense you have to be able to lock in for 10 minutes in that fourth quarter and play defense. And you have 4 or 5 guys on the floor that aren't great defenders. It was outside of Draymond Green. Steph Curry is an okay defender. Klay Thompson's a pretty good defender. Kevin Durant's a pretty good defender, but like you said, you're not excellent defensively across the board. So at the end of the day, you probably have 2 outliers really that aren't great defensively. Steph Curry, and Zaza Pachulia. So at the end of the day, you have guys on the floor that aren't great defensively, and then you can, what I'm saying, Memphis is a tough team to match up against with Gasol and with Zach Randolph. So at the end of the day, as you saw, they had Andre Iguodala in there. But that was a bad matchup for the Warriors. Not so much for the Grizzlies, but for the Warriors, because it's hard to defend somebody like a Marc Gasol, right? You can't put Andre Iguodala on Marc Gasol. You can't. He's just too big. This game really, and give credit to Memphis. Memphis played great, man, down the stretch. Mike Conley played great. Zebo played great. Tony Allen played great. Troy Daniels, just whenever they needed him to come up with a clutch shot, I mean, he was always wide open, just hitting shots. Chandler Parsons disappeared from this game. But Mike Conley, I mean, people always can say what they want about that money that he got paid. I mean, he showed me last night. I'm not going to say he's worth 200 and whatever he got paid, but he showed me last night that he's a quality point guard. And he showed me last night he's a top 10 point guard. The Warriors just collapsed, man. Like I said, it's not so much the fact that, clearly the Warriors are the best team in the NBA, but like I said, they just can't figure it out. Sometimes they have good first quarters and not good second quarters, and they have good third quarters but not good fourth quarter. They can't. figure it out. I feel like once they put it together and play complete, we will know. The Warriors have flashes and they have moments where they show that they could be better and they show they could be good, but then they have moments where they revert and they want to do isolation basketball, and that's not going to work at the end of the day. And I think Kevin Durant got the message last night. At the end of the day, the isolation stuff is not going to work. But if in fact you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Follow us on Twitter at NBA Chat TV. Follow us on Instagram as well at NBA Chat TV. We will follow you back on all the social media platforms. But until next video, until next time, it's your boy Addison. Peace.